Alright, boys. So, when we last left off, we siliconed all this down. It's dried for a few days now. It only needed 24 hours, but I didn't get around to it till now. And we're just gonna grind away every high point with the diamond tip or diamond disc on the WEN style Dremel or WEN brand. Alright. So check it out. Looks way better now. So that's ready for now color coat. All right, boys. Check it out. Here's our first pass. We got a bunch of our shavings here. I don't want them to blow into here, but there we have it. My phone died because it overheated, so it's back on. So we just really carefully did this. I built up this area because it's kind of a low spot. So I added probably like 3 or 4 millimeters in this valley and just tried to shallow it out. Same thing with this area. I want to build up this whole valley even more because if you get the camera real low, you can see it's kind of a high ridge in through here, and then it's a high ridge here. You can see that's forming the ridge where that highlight is. So there's high points through here, so I want to build up this whole V-shaped region and build up this region, because this is the high point and this is the high point here and here. So I want to build up that and build up that. This is a real big bulge, so we want to fill in some of that. So I'm going to end up using a lot of this stuff. You know what, I'm gonna get my mini vacuum and just vacuum this stuff up while I'm waiting for it to dry before the next coat. While we wait for that interior to dry over there, we're gonna work on this melted out area. Man, this is so fun. Because it's like artwork, it's like sculpting. And I love that type of stuff. I am an artist after all. Okay. Oh, wow. The job we thought would never end. We got it done, boys. Hey, Flora. Okay, so that's exciting. That's very exciting right there. What is next, though, is the question. How about this, boys? Okay, 8-hour cure time, huh? Got it. Man, my fingers are all tingly. So yeah, I'm actually seeing the original leather texture in a lot of this, in this area and in this area. So we'll be able to gauge off that just to fill in the low spots. My goal here is to build out this corner and some of this back wall with this stuff gap filler, and then we'll go over that with whatever's cheapest, maybe paintable silicone or probably paintable silicone. That's not that cheap, but comes in decent size package. I don't know. I don't really want to think about cost too much, honestly. I mean, I do, but I don't want to penny pinch either. How much does this stuff grow anyways? It's gonna grow, right? Like, is it what you see, what you get, or does it grow over time? Does anybody know? Like, is it gonna keep growing for the next 10 minutes? It grows huge. It's gonna keep growing like well after I'm done applying it, you mean? Are you sure? Does it have a delayed growth? Because it's not growing now. But I'm wondering if it has like a time delayed growth. Like, I see no signs of growth at the moment with what I put down. I didn't hear of window sealing foam. I didn't know what that is. Seems like this grows immediately and then it doesn't grow anymore. If it's growing immediately then no more after that, then we're good. Like, this is going to be exactly what I want. I just don't want any surprises. Like, smash it thin? Genius. You can do that? That's very good advice if that works, because that's ideal. I don't think you have to wait 40 minutes though, right? Because it says 15 minutes tack time. Man, I'll be able to build all my burnt panels this way then. Just like sculpting them in thin air with this stuff would be super cool. I just have to get it kind of close, and then I can just sculpt it and sand it and sculpt and sand it using just leather and vinyl compound, which is what I'm doing on the flooring. And that's sandable. As long as I can add and subtract, I can build anything. I gotta be able to add, gotta be able to subtract. And this is kind of fun to work with, but I just don't trust it. I feel like it's going to keep growing and growing well after I'm done putting it on, like Gorilla Glue does. And it looks nothing like how I actually intended. But what you said about smashing it down could be the real ultimate key to this thing. That would be so cool if I could do that. Alright, let me wipe the tip off. It gets kind of gross tipped. And I should probably insulate the ceiling of the van with this stuff too then. If I can control it, this would be the easiest way to just insulate anything, man. This is awesome. It's actually really fun to put on. If you just go really slow, you can get crazy control. Be kind of fun just to do a whole sculpture with this if you can really get it to be controlled. I want to know, can you reuse this? Like, is there a way to where I don't have to throw this can away when I'm done right now? Can I blow out the nozzle or clean up in such a way that this can be reused over and over? I don't want to just have one session per can. I want to be able to use this can up on multiple jobs. I'm gonna use Windex actually. If my hand is lubricated, it shouldn't stick. It's gonna stick instantly to my gloves and pull into a big spaghetti mess if I just do it regular. But if I wet my hand and just tap, tap, tap with a wet hand, it's not gonna stick. There's no way it can stick to a very wet hand. Oh my goodness. This is working great, I think. Because I'm like making just the rough form with this super cheaply, I think. As long as I can reuse that container, of course. That went really well. I cannot complain. Beautiful. Uh-oh, it changed since I left. A little bit. I don't like that. Pat it down again, I guess. Or we could cut it now. Or sand it? Cut it, sand it? Maybe we'll cut away what we don't want. Well, it's still soft like this. That could be good, right? This is going out. This is going like extremely well with the stuff gap filler. Ultimately, I want to use paintable silicone for most of my wow, is that ever going good? Oh, my floor repair is going so good, guys. Look at this. Some crud blew onto it, but that's okay. You can see the parts that are still drying are darker. Those are the parts that I put more filler in to try to build up because they were low spots. So it's thicker, it takes longer to dry. So that's going great. And we're gonna paint the whole thing, but that looks so good. Once I sand it and then do my texture pass, this is just leveling it all. We're gonna do another leveling pass or two, and then a texture pass, and then we're gonna be able to, I guess, spray paint the whole entire thing. That's the goal, I think. That sounds like it's the best route to me. Sorry about that. I accidentally ended the stream. Misclicked. Alright, so I guess I'll just try to work one-handed because it's hard to get the right camera angles right away when I want them. This is bonus to be able to work on this panel. I wasn't even planning to work on this panel quite yet. But I'm just like loving the stuffed gap filler so much. I'm like, man, let's start building all the panels. It's going so fast. The work is going so well. Maybe if we poke little relief holes, it'll not try to puff back out after we push it in. That'll let some of the gas out. This is garbage. We'll want to grind away this chunk and this chunk, and then grind that smooth and just kind of create a nice tapered thing here. This will be fine. We'll grind all this junk away. This whole panel has to be rebuilt, but this is where the seat belt goes. Oh, look at this wire loom. Looks like none of the wiring was damaged, although it's probably a little brittle. Yeah, we'll probably be fine. I'm not rewiring that. That's garbage. Alright guys, you can see I smoothed out this to a great degree. I did get a hole, but there was a bulge there. It was bulging out from the fire, so that hole's fine. I can just fill with gap filler. The big stuff gap filler. This is one I didn't get yet, but you can see I got most of the drips down here. This is for the seatbelt. There's metal and seatbelt material here, so I'll have to figure out how to deal with that because I'm installing new seatbelts, so I didn't want to shave this off or mess with it too much. You can see the gap filler worked out real nice in here, so this will be ready to rebuild all the way up like that. Just create a nice angle and a nice bevel on that corner. And I shaved most of this off, so this will be able to come over and across like that. So this can all be filled with gap filler all the way up to here, and it'll just come across. This needs to be still shaved off, this right here. So any outcroppings or high points we were shaving off. Here's the other part of the seat belt. This is a gigantic Torx screw here, so hopefully I have that size. And this will go all the way up, and then this panel is just completely gone, so I gotta just sculpt that panel. Although I think that might be part of the headliner though. As far as the headliner, we're probably gonna stuff gap fill that too, just the whole way across. Just do the whole thing. That's probably the cheapest way. Unless if we Super 77 glue on foam floor underlay, which would be flatter. So that might be actually better for such a large area. To try to make that super flat can be done with stuffed gap filler, but be more difficult, although it's very easy to sand with the angle grinder, I'm finding. So even if I did it sloppy and then just like did a quick pass, I could just fill in any low spots and then do another pass with the sander. It might be still worth it. It's super fast. Alright guys, peace out. Wear a mask. Yeah, I know. There was a good wind, so I felt like I wasn't breathing in too much. But yeah, I probably should have had a mask on. I just was trying to rush. Alright, peace out guys.